So you're telling me that the Switch 2 Joy-Cons have leaked? Okay. All right. Leaked. Rumored? Nah. It's not a rumor. It's real, bro. It's real. I don't know. Go check out RGT, my boy, 85. The Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con has leaked with new features. All right, let's check it out.
All because it's Sunday the Sabbath doesn't mean that video game leaks aren't going to happen, and the gods of the video game leak world have bestowed upon us a message from the heavens about, well, the Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con. Now, there's a lot of speculation leading up to the unveiling of the Switch 2, but it seems like more and more information is starting to come out about this, and you got to imagine that Nintendo is probably a little bit annoyed with it. I don't think it's anything to the point of where they're changing schedules and stuff like that. You're not actually seeing games, you're just seeing the more hardware side of things.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to be taking a look at an alleged Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con leak, and I think this is a legitimate leak. There are several reasons why I think that.
Hey, when he says it's real, I'm just kidding. No, but usually RGT is very cautious about these leaks and rumors. But when he doesn't say it's real, or he doesn't say he thinks it's real very often.
That we'll discuss in this video, but I think this is our first real look at the Switch 2 Joy-Con, and there are some interesting things worth talking about with this information that is now thrusted in front of our faces. Stick around to the end of the video for a random song recommendation, because I don't know, I've just been listening to this song a lot from my youth, and I think it's still a good song, and you might not know it. So let's take a look at this. These are allegedly stemming from a Chinese forum. This is being reported by Video Games Chronicle, Wario64.
That actually looks really legit. Okay. Yeah, that actually looks legit.
Popped up over on Reddit this morning for the Nintendo Switch 2 side.
One thing I'm worried about, though, is it too similar to the normal Joy-Cons? Like, because one of the big complaints everyone had about the Joy-Cons is that they're not comfortable. Not comfortable to hold. You got to get, like, a holder for your Switch when you're playing in handheld. They look basically the same. I mean, different, but they don't look comfortable to hold. Comfortable to hold.
Side of things. And when you look at these images, there's quite a lot of information to take away from this, not just on the hardware side of things, but on the legitimacy side of things. Now, first and foremost, what's up with these nails, these fingernails here? Like, they're a little bit long and they're a little bit inconsistent. You could see that we have a long index fingernail, a long thumbnail, and a long pinky fingernail. Now, this could be for roach clip purposes. You know, usually it's just, you know, your thumb and then either your index or your pinky finger, but maybe this individual wants to switch it up, or this could just be poor hygiene. Cut your fingernails if you're going to be taking pictures of leaks of stuff.
Get them fingernails off the Joy-Cons.
That hundreds of thousands of people are going to see. Now, when it comes to legitimacy of this leak, this is where I think we kind of have to understand that this is probably real based on this stuff here. You know, having all of the licensing information, the you know, certifications that this.
I mean, could someone fake that though? I mean, it looks legit, very legit, but could someone fake that? I don't know.
This is an electronic thing.
It'd be hard. It'd be hard to fake it.
This is 100% legit in my eyes with something like this. If somebody is trying to perpetuate, you know,
yeah, it looks real. I'm just saying someone could fake it, but it'd be really, really hard.
A fake leak. They could have simply just, you know, thrown a sleeve onto this Joy-Con or something like that. But when you can actually see the information here that's actually somewhat traceable as well, I think then you kind of have to realize that you're probably looking at something legitimate. As far as the size of the Joy-Con is concerned, it definitely seems bigger than the standard Nintendo Switch Joy-Con does. Now, it's kind of hard to do a comparison of that because of the fact that we don't really know how big this individual's hands are, but it does seem to be a bit beefier and a bit larger. Of course, we have a blue rail system here. That's, well, not really a rail system. It's going to be
It's a
more
magnet.
magnetic, as
Yeah.
indicated by the button here.
Yeah.
That, of course, is going to detach the magnet
big
from the
button.
sides of the Nintendo Switch system, or Switch 2, when in handheld mode. That's something that's been talked about a lot. One thing I find very interesting, though, is that there's been some leaks floating around that the Joy-Con magnetic rails are going to be like orange and blue for separate Joy-Cons, and that kind of sticks with this motif. Is it going to be an orange and blue sort of color scheme
see
for
the
the
front.
Nintendo Switch 2 to differentiate it from
Is this
the
just the back?
original Nintendo Switch that definitely had a lot of red stuff there? As a Knicks fan, even though they've lost 2 in a row and they need to bolster their bench, I would like that color scheme. And then, of course, you have the Joy-Con itself. You could see the biggest thing to me is the fact that the SL and SR buttons are so much bigger and wider than they are on the standard Nintendo.
That's good. It's so hard especially if you don't have like the thing that slides on. It's so hard to press those buttons when you're playing like sideways mode, horizontal mode. Is there gonna be something that you could slide on there to help you press those buttons, or is this just the button? If that's the case, then I'm glad they made them bigger. That's good. That's a good. I'll give you that, Nintendo. I'll give you that.
Switch Joy-Con, like, you had to have like these long fingernails in order to like tap those buttons, or just like put a little bit of your nail onto them in order to tap it if you were using the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con in like kickstand mode, or you handed one to a friend in order to use it. It wasn't a very ergonomic sort of thing. And the fact that this Joy-Con is a bit bigger and these 2 buttons are much larger, I think that bodes well for, once again, another legitimacy thing. There seems to be an IR sensor here as well, and I might just be talking out of my ass with this, but I believe that that is some sort of IR system that you would potentially use when also in kickstand mode. I guess, you know, we've seen a larger kickstand for the Switch 2 itself based on information that we've seen, you know, going on these skins and covers and things like that for the Switch 2 that many manufacturers have been showcasing. So I guess that would kind of make sense for Nintendo to once again lean into the kickstand mode. I don't really know how many people used it all that much. Like, maybe initially, like when I would bring it to like my day job and stuff, my original Nintendo Switch, I would do that, but you know. And then we of course have the analog stick
I mean,
here.
I like it.
You
No,
know,
I didn't use it a
it's an
lot.
analog stick, and we have a face button.
Yeah, the analog stick looks exactly the same, which kind of disappoints me. Not gonna lie, if this is it, I'm a tiny bit disappointed. Like I said, I'll take a powerful Switch any day. I'm so excited either way. But at the same time, it's basically just a Joy-Con. Like, I'm worried about just like it not being as comfortable as it should be, as it could be, you know. If people are spending a long time like this, going out of their, you know, outside, whatever, going to friend's house. They spend a long time like this playing their Switch, and it can get uncomfortable. I mean, it's not like a huge deal. I have like the little thing it slides into. Maybe I'm just old and I'm just care about the little things like that. But I have a little thing it could slide into. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna fit with the Switch 2, but I could buy another one. That makes it more comfortable to hold. But I don't know. I just feel like they could fix that.
Here, it is kind of interesting that they didn't show the front of the Joy-Con.
Yeah,
however,
that is a
I
little
wonder
sus.
what was kind of the reasoning behind.
Like, what were you thinking? Like, you only had 2 pictures? Like, was your phone storage running out? And she's like, I'm going to take 2 pictures. So I'll take a picture of the back and the side, not the front. Your mind didn't think, oh, maybe I should take a picture of the front, which could be leading to, like, this being fake somehow. I don't know. If whoever made it didn't, like, make the front look nice and they just made like the back and side look nice. I don't know. I mean, or they just weren't thinking. They're just like, oh, take a picture. I don't know. I just feel like everyone's first initial thought would be take a picture of the front of the Joy-Con.
Behind that, really, like, it's more dangerous to show the back of it like we're doing here than we are.
I mean, showing the back with all those symbols does make it look more real. So maybe they were trying to like show everyone, hey, I actually got it. But what? Why only 2 pictures? Give us 3.
The front of it. So I think that would have been nice to see. But I'm kind of leaning towards, like I said, I'm leaning towards this being a legitimate thing. There's way too many,
It does look
you
real.
know, things going on with this that look very real, that appear to be, you know, like this. Like this just kind of legitimizes it for me. And I think it is interesting to kind of deduce, you know, what we have. Like we even have like a serial number for the Joy-Con right here that can probably
Oh,
be
yeah?
tracked. Now, a lot of people are starting to talk about a potential January
Oh.
8th reveal for this system. That's
Does
something
have
that's
that.
been thrown
Okay.
around the rumor mill. I don't really know much about that, so I haven't been following that sort of
doubt
thing.
it.
But, you know, it
I
seems like these
doubt
leaks
it's
are ramping
being-
up. And although we are seeing a lot of the
being
hardware
revealed
side
next
of
week,
things,
I
at the
doubt
end
it.
of the day, like the hardware is cool if you're like a diehard and you like to analyze this sort of stuff like I do, obviously. But really the software is what's going to be the most important thing.
Sure,
I think the
sure.
software is
Like, even though I have all these complaints and stuff, as long as like the games are good and like, you know, it's just a powerful system, just a better Switch too, I'll take that any day, bro. Even though if this is the Joy-Con, I'll be a little disappointed, but I'm still very hyped.
as long as the software doesn't leak, I don't think Nintendo really cares about these hardware leaks because we're still doing a bit of a guessing game. We still don't know how everything is going to work. We
True.
still don't know
True.
all of the features of the system itself. And we still don't know the software, which is the most important piece of hardware that the more important than any sort of hardware because software is why you buy hardware. So I just thought this was cool, though. I thought this was pretty interesting to take a look at. I am curious as to what you guys think. Do you think this is a legitimate leak or not?
Yeah.
Let me know in the comment section down below. And like I said at the start,
All right, yeah, you can go check out RGT. Yeah, I think it's real. I do. I agree with him. However, the only thing that's kind of sus about this is why wouldn't you take a picture of the front? Like, what was going through your mind? It's like, I'm gonna leak the Switch Joy-Con controller. I'm gonna take a picture of the side and the back. Like, who? Why? Maybe you were thinking if you show too much of it, it'll get taken down by Nintendo. Maybe I guess I could see that. Like they're worried, but like, why would you show the serial number and like this? Because that's dangerous. Like maybe they were just afraid it would get taken down if they showed like the front. I don't know, but I mean, hey, it looks real to me. This I've seen so many pictures of like this magnetic thing, and there's so many rumors of this that it's probably legit, but at the same time we don't like watch it. It'd be so crazy. Watch Nintendo just blow us away like it has nothing to do with any of this. Like that'd be insane. I doubt it. I bet this is it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, go check out RGT85, and help us reach our goal of 100,000 subscribers. Woo! Getting crazy. All this rumors